Good afternoon to Sir Lechumanan. My name is Noidina Irisha binti Norin. My matric number is 21DDT21F1048 and I'm from class MKBD-VB. So for today, I want to present to you Lab Task 1 DFP40233-Visual Basic Programming. So in this question, we need to identify 5 object controls from toolbox and its function. So the first one is labels, used to display text on the form. And the second one is text box, which is used to receive user input such as logos or photograph. And the next one is button, which is used to initiate an action when clicked, such as saving data. And the fourth one is radio button, allow user to select a single option from a list of mutually exclusive options. And the last one is month calendar, allow user to interactively select a date or a range of dates from a calendar interface. Next, I want to show to you how to create a project. So the first one, you need to open your Microsoft Visual Studio and then click the create a new project. In this page, we need to search a Windows, for example. So we need to search a Windows Forms app.net framework and then click next. On these project names, we name it as student registration form and then click create. So in this page, we need to change the form 1 names. So I name it as student registration form. So we can design our form. For example, we put the background color. We put the background color and we put the background color and then we create labels. So from the toolbox, we search label. So for this label 1, we name it as name. So for these properties, you go to the properties and change the label 1 to the name. And after change its appearance, we need to change its design. So we name it as LBL name. And then for the label 2, we name it as class. And we change the design of class to LBL class. And for the next one is label 3, we change the appearance and name it as as metric number, and we change it design LBL metric. So for the next part is we create another label. We find a label from the toolbox and drag, and then we name it add appearance. We name it as a gender. After that, and in design gender, we create the LBL gender. So for the gender, use a radio button for the female and male. So from the toolbox, we search radio button, click and drag and put it down gender, and we change it appearance text. So we name it as male, and then change it design to. So I change it to RB male, and for the next one, same, just drag it and change its appearance. So for change its appearance to female, and change its design to RB female. So for the next one, we create a text box for name, class, metric number. So we search text box, click and drag it. And then we name it as, in these properties, we go to design and name it as txt name. Then search again text box for the class, click and drag it, and then change its design. So I change it to txt class, and then for the matrix number it's also same. Click, drag the text box, and then change it design to txt metric. No. So for this part, create a button register, click and drag it, and change a design to ATN register. And then we also can create a month calendar. So for the next one, we create a label and we name it as date. So we adjust its design and name it as LBL date. So we make this font size bigger, and then make this font on this button register bigger too. So click it, so for the next page we need to create another forms. So click on this project and add forms, window forms, click it, and then click on forms, windows form, and click add. And then for this part, we change it appearance background color. So choose this color, and from the toolbox select a label. So I choose label and drag it and name it as thank you for registration. Thank you for the registration. And change it design to. So in this design, we name it as LBL Thank you. So drag it and make this form. Change its form. Before we connect the form 1 and form 2, from the toolbox we create a main label for the student registration form. We drag it and name it as student registration form, and then we change it the font. We change it the font. And then for this code to connect this form 1 and form 2, we need to go to the registration button and click twice, and then you will see this button register. So we need to put the form 2 code, for example form 2 dot show, and then me dot height. So to execute this, we need to press the start button. So this is our interface. So we put our name is, for example, Tina, class DDT4B, metric number is 21 DDT21 1048, and select a gender, so female, and the date of today. So the date of today is 23. So click the register button. And then this form 2 will pop up for the thank you for registration.